Hi everyone, it's Sarah here from gluten-free and dairy-free at Walt Disney World. Today we're going to take a trip around the World Showcase that is, and talk about our best tips and strategies for navigating the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. This festival is one of our favorites, and we've been going to the festival every year since 2011, and several times before then. And we've learned a lot about navigating the festival with a special diet. So let's break out some bubbly and get ready to channel our inner foodies as we talk all about visiting the Food and Wine Festival gluten-free and with other special dietary needs. Number 1 on our list of tips and strategies is to get familiar with Disney's special diets handling at festivals and special events. Though Disney has strict gluten-free and food allergy protocols in place for their quick service and table service dining locations, special events like the Food and Wine Festival work a bit differently. Now that's because locations like the marketplace booths, which are so popular, have small kitchen spaces, and many of the items that are prepared there are actually pre-prepared in catering kitchens at Epcot and then brought to those booths. Disney notes on the official Food and Wine Festival website that guests with special dietary needs can speak with a chef or a special diets trained cast member before ordering at those booths to find out additional information like ingredients and to discuss any concerns. Now, Disney does note that cross-contamination is a potential risk because of the lack of a dedicated kitchen space in those small spaces. Now, we've gotten gluten during the festivals in years past, and that's something important to know. But with some of our tips and strategies that we're going to share in this video, these are ones that we've used over and over again to help reduce the risk of getting cross-contaminated. Number 2 on our list is doing some pre-trip planning research. Now, in the past few years, Disney has done a great job at releasing information about the items served at the marketplace booths, in the culinary demos, and special events like Party for the Senses at Food and Wine Festival before the festival starts. That has included providing a list of foods served at the marketplace booths that are gluten-friendly, which is the term that Disney uses when referring to dishes that are made to be free of gluten. So if you're going to the festival in the first few weeks, going to Disney's website is a good source of information before your trip. If you're heading to the festival a little bit later, we recommend checking out our site, Gluten-Free and Dairy-Free at Walt Disney World, along with other blogs for information about what's offered, dishes that can be easily modified to be gluten-friendly, and dining reviews of the dishes available. We also carry a master list of all of the gluten-friendly dishes and constantly update it throughout the festival with notes about modifications. Doing a bit of pre-trip research helps give you an idea of what you might be able to enjoy and to get excited for all the festival fun. Now, once you've done some research and you've gotten familiar with how Disney handles gluten-free and special dietary needs options at the festival, it's time to get your foodie on. That brings us to our number 3 tip. When you arrive at Epcot for the festival, be sure to speak to a chef or a cast member trained to handle special dietary needs before ordering if you have questions, concerns, or if you want to check out the ingredients served in a dish. We try whenever possible to speak to a chef directly because it's pretty common that other cast members at the booth are not actually aware of ingredients or might have misinformation. And sometimes when we're looking at dishes served at the marketplace booths, we're often surprised that some dishes aren't listed as gluten-friendly. That's because it's often a sauce or an easily omitted ingredient that contains gluten. And in festivals past, we've also found a few dishes that are actually gluten-friendly but not listed on the passports as such. And that's because some of the booths are not owned and operated by the Disney company, and for some reason their dishes are not listed as gluten-friendly even though they are. So when in doubt, it's definitely good to ask. And one of the other strategies that we use when talking to a chef is to go earlier in the day. Sometimes we'll check around 11 or noon. That way we can get to the booths before they've gotten too busy so we can talk to a chef when the lines aren't as long and there aren't folks waiting behind us. Now, number 4 on our list of tips and strategies at the festival when navigating the gluten-free is to look for booths where all or most of the items are listed as gluten-friendly. Now, this is one of our best tips for helping minimize cross-contamination. Each year is different in terms of what the items are that are gluten-friendly, but we have found that Brazil and Australia are two booths that have consistently offered almost entirely gluten-friendly menus and have been staples at the festival for several years in a row now. Of course, if you don't feel comfortable eating at the festival booths, there's always plenty of other parts of the festival to enjoy, and that brings us to our final tip, number 5, look for non-food activities to participate. Now we know that Epcot Food and Wine Festival is all about the food and wine, but if you have a special dietary need, being safe is the most important thing. If you don't feel comfortable eating at the marketplace booths or participating in one of the culinary demos, don't worry, there's still plenty to see and do and enjoy throughout the festival. From exploring the festival center, to taking photos of the topiaries on display, or even playing Remy's Ratatouille hide-and-squeak scavenger hunt, you'll find lots of non-food options to enjoy. If you're planning to see a concert at the Eat to the Beat concert series, and a dining experience is important to you, book the Eat to the Beat dining package where you can enjoy a dinner at a select Disney table service restaurant where they can handle your special dietary needs in a better way and a show. Visiting the Food and Wine Festival is a great way to experience all that Epcot has to offer. With a few tips and strategies, guests who are gluten-free can navigate the festival marketplace booths and other culinary activities in a safe and delicious way. But we want to hear from you. What are your tips for navigating the Food and Wine Festival with a special diet? Share your best tips and strategies in the comment section. If you want more information about the festival's gluten-friendly options, check out my list on my blog. We'll link to that in the show notes. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more food and theme park videos. If you want to help support gluten-free and dairy-free at Walt Disney World, you can help support us by becoming a patron on Patreon too. For now, thanks for listening, and we'll see you with another Disney video real soon.